So it was a long delivery, a long labor. It was more than 24 hours. And everything was going fine until it came time to push. And then suddenly everything that I learned went out the window. And I forgot that you're supposed to push with the contractions. Hi, my name's Krista, and welcome to Thrive Daily, where I share stories and lessons that I've learned that help make mom life so much easier. So this will be the first of 4 videos where I will share what I learned from each of my children's birth experiences, because there were profound lessons. So a little backstory, I chose to do a natural birth without any epidural. I had a coworker whose shower I went to, and she said she was doing a natural birth. And I thought to myself, why on earth? Why would you do that? But as I listened to her, I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then I had another friend who was really into hypnobirthing, and she came over and shared her experience with me and my husband. So then I signed up for a hypnobirthing class and did the whole thing. So when I went into labor with my first child, it was a Sunday evening. And like right before bed, I kind of started feeling things, started feeling some contractions. So I went to bed, but I didn't really sleep much, obviously. And I think it was around 4 or 5 a.m. I woke up and got in the bath. I love to labor in the tub. So I was laboring in there for a few hours, just waiting till that moment when they were like 5 minutes apart. And then we're going to jump to the hospital. Well, that moment never came. In fact, they just got further and further apart until they virtually stopped. Well, they didn't completely stop. I had them every like 1 to 2 hours, but it was like a big one. Caught me off guard. And I was just exhausted, so tired. I went to my 41-week appointment. My nurses just kind of gave me some comfort and gave me some Lortab and said, go take a nap and then come back. And if you're not in labor by the morning, we'll bring you in and induce you. I was like, okay, perfect. So I went home, ate some toast, took my Lortab, lay down for a nap. 5 minutes after I laid down, the contractions started right up again. I was like, oh, awesome. So I never got my nap. And then eventually, like 9 or 10 p.m. that night, we finally went to the hospital. And about 2:30 in the morning, she was born. So it was a long delivery, a long labor. It was more than 24 hours. And everything was going fine with all the hypnobirthing and all of that until it came time to push. And then suddenly everything that I learned went out the window. And I forgot that you're supposed to push with the contractions. I didn't even know where I was at that point, and I was so delirious and so tired. All I wanted was to get this baby out of me. I was like, I am done. I need to be done right now. And so I was just pushing with all my might, with all my effort, with everything that I had. Like, I don't even remember feeling the contractions. And I probably pushed like for an hour, hour and a half, maybe. I can't remember for sure. We finally got her out after a 3rd, nearly 4th degree tear. And it was only after the 45 minutes of stitching me up that I remembered, oh yeah, I was supposed to push with the contractions. But despite all of the intensity of the pushing, everything went well. And we had a successful delivery, a healthy baby. So I couldn't have been more grateful. But this is the lesson that I learned. Sometimes in life, we push against things rather than going with things. Like think about waves on the ocean. We can either ride that wave and just go with the forces around us, or we can fight against it and try to control everything that's happening in our lives, right? And especially when we're tired and depleted and we're exhausted, which we almost always are as moms, let's face it, we can really forget what it's like to just go with the flow. And so that's my invitation for you today, is to remember that when you push against things and are trying to force it, it doesn't go well. It just makes everything more painful, and it stretches it out. It makes it take longer than it needs to, and it doesn't help. But if we can just learn how to roll with the punches and accept all the things that are coming at us, we're actually going to brace them with a lot more strength and a lot more peace and calm, even though the chaos is still there. The chaos isn't going anywhere. but we can learn how to calm ourselves down to get grounded, more centered, and learn how to really just move with the rhythm of our day rather than fight it. So I hope this is helpful. If you know anyone that could benefit from this, please share it with them so that they can find some reprieve in their lives. We all need it. Also, I love labor stories. So if you have a great birth story, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like more free resources for how to thrive daily as a mother, go to mycorenourishment.com. And we'll see you next time.